Good morning, we're gonna drink some beer. Brewers Art. This is one of my favorite breweries in Baltimore. I wanted to bring Melissa here. I actually have never been in the upstairs area. They do food, and there's like a small bar upstairs. Every time I came here, I would just immediately go through this door right here.
Looks like a little dungeon.
This will actually take you down to a dungeon. There's a lot of like stone walls, archways. It's beautiful down there. There's like candles, and that's where I spent a lot of my time.
Well, let's get in there. Let's get some beer.
Let's do it. Let's drink. It's like 10 a.m. It's cool. It's fine.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's day 3, well, 2.5. Second full day here in Baltimore. So this is probably part 3 of our video. We're now at Brewers Art, and it's like 10:30 a.m. Thankfully, this time we've had some breakfast, and I've had some coffee instead of straight going into beer drinking. But
we've learned our lesson.
Yeah, we didn't wake up feeling super awesome this morning. So tell us, Megan, about Brewers Art. What's this place all about?
This is one of my favorite breweries, like one of my favorite hangouts for Baltimore, and they do a lot of Belgian style beers here. I don't know a ton more besides they have a great happy hour and great food.
It's one of the older ones here in Baltimore, though, right?
It's older. It's in a really cool building. We're about to learn a little bit more about this place. So
yeah, and you were saying you've never been upstairs, so there's an upstairs and downstairs?
Yeah, this is the first time I've actually been up in like this area. I usually go down to the dungeon straight away. And
the dungeon. Yeah, they have a full restaurant upstairs and looks like a full bar, right?
Some of the taps are really cool too.
Oh, let's check them out. Bottles.
Pitchfork.
Yeah. Awesome. So we're about to get a private tour, but they're not actually open yet. So we're super stoked to be able to go behind the scenes and learn a little bit more about this brewery and get some beer.
The owner bought this as a floor model at the 1995 CBC, where there was like 750 craft brewers in the country. And it was like, they did it in like a, not really, but it was, might as well have been a conference room in a hotel. Like, it was tiny. But this was, they did have the trade show floor, and this was one of the floor models. So it had a couple dings on it, and it worked out really well for him because he was like,
got a nice
sweet, let's run with that. So pretty straightforward. Mash kettle and lauter. So mash in here, do our rest, then transfer over to the lauter, and then transfer back over to the kettle via a grant and a little automatic pump. So we don't have a pump continuously running, but it's pretty simple, and it's usually about 6 hours until knockout. Usually start at 8-ish, and we're usually knocking out around 2. So yeah, we come out of our knockout line right here. Oh hey, tank train. You guys are the magic touch.
You're welcome.
Sweet. So yeah, work line coming out here, and then we have a return so we can CIP. 2 double fermenters, 2 double conditioning tanks, single conditioning tank, another single conditioning tank, 2 brights, keg washer, 6 single fermenters, CIP cart, cleaning cart, and this was the original expansion. This was the original brewery. This used to be the office. That was like 2001, 2002, I think they built this out. got a hold of the second floor and moved the offices up there. Yeah, that's the what would be the second floor. Yeah, come on in. It's not gonna hurt you.
I don't know. It's kind of spooky in here.
You are the first person to ever say that.
No way. I don't believe you.
Not at all. Every single person's like, I don't know. We don't need to go in there. But this is how we bring our grain in. So we use a pallet jack and pull 2,200 pounds of grain on here. The elevator's a little slow, but we keep it under capacity. I mean, it's rated. Braking strength for the cables is 10,000 pounds. We get that inspected every year, so we're good, we're safe. But yeah, it's certainly very different than most. Most places are all on one level, which makes it a little easier, and they have forklifts. So
yeah, I went to a brewery in upstate New York, and they're super tiny, and they have all their grain storage in their basement. And
really?
so they have to, but they don't have a back door or anything. They have to walk like individual bags in through the front, the tasting room door, and then walk it down the stairs.
I've seen that.
It's called Brewer.
Where was it?
So
Oh, it was in Madison, Wisconsin, and it was
you can't see it too well, but this used to be the wine cellar for the house. Now it just looks like a dungeon.
I want to hang with that guy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, and then did you see what we
This
call...
is really cool. This
we
is like
call
one of the
the
coolest
mafia
bars I've
room
been in
back
a long
here.
time. Mafia room?
No, I've literally never sat here.
I have.
Yeah? Oh, well, I've sat
I
here...
sat there.
Yeah, I've sat here with my boss.
Oh, Mafia room, wow.
So, things go on back here. We don't ask a lot of questions, just try and keep it above board. That's all we ask.
So we just finished our private and very in-depth tour of the brewery with
Victor.
Victor. What do you do here?
I'm one of 2 brewers here at the Brewers Art, and yeah, happy to welcome fellow industry types and anyone interested in what we do around here.
Yeah. So he's been showing us all around. It's been awesome, but finally we're getting some beer. I am drinking Door Slammer. This is the Winter Bock, and you are drinking...
La Petrolus, is that how you say it?
Yep.
It's
Petrolus.
a beer to guard.
Exactly.
And what do you have there?
I have a brand new beer that's not even listed
Ooh.
just yet, and this is Swamp Fang, and this is a kind of a hoppy red ale. Again, we don't make very hoppy beers, and we generally are yeast-driven brewery. So this is actually fermented with the same yeast that we use for our flagship beer, our Ressurection.
I feel like I have to try that before I leave, just to try it, you know?
You should.
Yeah,
You
for sure.
absolutely should. So if you notice, we have Belgian Golden Strong, Abbey Style Brown Ale, the Failsafe IPA fermented with a hybrid English Belgian strain, the Door Slammer Lager, Winterbock, the Petrolus French Beer de Garde, very rustic, very earthy, nice food beer, and then the Birdhouse, which is again one of our 3 kind of flagship beers that gets canned and distributed.
I don't typically drink a lot of lagers, but I know that we don't have Bocks very often in San Diego, so when I'm here, I'm trying to kind of go out of my comfort zone and try different beers. And
Certainly.
I really like this one though.
Awesome.
It's good. Let me have more than one sip to prove to you that I really like it.
Yeah. No, that's what so a lot of people get focused in on, I like this kind of beer, or I like this style of beer, and especially like beer festivals. And you've paid your money, and a lot of them are, unlimited samples, and people just go and drink the beer that they want to drink. That's a perfect opportunity. If the beer's free, I recommend trying the one that you don't think you want.
And you get small quantities of it.
Yeah, and you get
If
small
don't like it,
quantities.
it's not a big
You
deal.
dump it. People are like, oh, I'll just waste it. It's like, it's going down the drain either way.
Yeah.
So,
And that's why I tell people I don't like smoky beers, or I don't like floral beers, because I don't like, IPAs can be floral, they can be like earthy, it can be like citrusy, and so a lot of people tell me they don't like IPAs, and it's like, well, maybe you just don't like something that's floral, or you don't like the citrusy.
I tell everyone, there are good and bad examples of all beer styles. From a technical standpoint, and just from a personal taste perspective. Just because I love the Door Slammer Winterbock, I think it's pretty technically sound, But if you don't like the smoke, you're not gonna like the beer. Doesn't mean it's bad beer, it just means it's not for you.
And I still like to try beers like that because I just like to taste them. I like to see the difference in the beers. And honestly, this one doesn't have a lot of smoke, so it's something that
it's there just to add a little extra layer. Like you can tell that it's there, but it's not like drinking some of the
campfire
Bamberg style beers where it's bacony campfire. The drinkability remains there. Like I eat olives every time they're served to me at a restaurant or if I'm at a dinner party or something. I hate olives. I literally hate olives.
Yeah.
And I continue to try it because I used to hate mushrooms. Now I like mushrooms. So sometimes your palate does change as you age.
Sure.
And sometimes, I think the first IPA I ever drank, I probably spit it out because I was at that point probably used to drinking natural light. So it's a big difference.
Yeah.
But I recommend trying, exploring all the different kinds of beers out there, and you never know what might hit.